Billboard Philippines. Volumes.
On this episode of Billboard Philippines Volumes, we have Eric Santos on the show today. He shares with us his first memory with the music and how he started singing. Find out more as we turn up the volume on Eric Santos.
Billboard Philippines Volumes.
Welcome everyone to Billboard Philippines Volumes, where we turn up the volume on your favorite artist stories. And today we are with a very prolific artist, multi-awarded, multi-platinum. You know him, you love him. Mr. Eric Santos is with us today.
Wow. What an introduction.
Yeah. No,
Thank you for having me.
this is all true. And, I arrived in the Philippines, I think, 2006.
2006.
You can't walk down the street without hearing your music. It's true.
Oo nga, no?
It's true. It's really true.
2006.
Oh, and the thing is, you haven't left the mainstream consciousness since your inception into music, which is a testament to who you are as an artist. So congratulations to you
Wow,
for
thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For real. So I guess how we like to start the show a lot of times is we like to take it to the past, go towards the future. So one question I really like to ask is, what is one of your first memories with music?
My very first memory of music, I think when I joined my very first singing contest.
Wow, okay. Take us back. Paint the picture. Here we go.
Back when I was 6 or 7 years old.
Mm.
Ang usong pangkanta nun, One Moment in Time.
Wow, okay.
One Moment in Time. And that was the very first song na na-memorize ko.
Mm.
Kasi sa radyo nun, parang paulit-ulit siyang pinapatugtog.
Yes.
Parang kahit saan. Parang the song was everywhere.
Mm.
So, I think yung mga kabatch ko, yun din yung mga unang kanta na natutunan nila.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I remember pinapractice ako nun ng parents ko. Yung table namin was my stage. Then, yung
Wow.
comb nung nanay ko was my microphone.
Okay.
So, pinapapractice niya sa akin yung kung paano yung tamang stance,
Mm.
the hand gestures, and how to sing it properly. So that was my very first memory of music.
That's amazing. Were your parents and family all into music? Why was that like being
They
pushed
could at least carry a tune.
Okay.
Mahilig kaming mag-videoke. Hindi pa uso yung videoke, hindi pa uso yung mga karaoke na ganyan.
Yeah.
Nagkakantahan na kaming pamilya eh.
I love
Not
that.
only my immediate family, also yung mga relatives ko.
Okay.
My grandfather, sa father's side,
Mhm.
was a conductor sa Combo sa Malabon.
Wow.
So, ang Malabon kasi we're known for a lot of things. Like, one of them is yung Banda 4.
Okay.
Yung combo mismo.
Okay.
Then kaming magkakapatid.
Combo. I love that word. That is like, yes,
pag sa
I
mga
haven't
pie-
heard that
sa
in a
mga-
minute.
Sa mga
a combo.
piyestahan, di ba? Mga piyestahan.
oh.
So kaming magkakapatid, we grew up watching my lolo parang conducting a small orchestra in our town.
Wow.
In our barangay. So parang kami, nagustuhan na rin namin. That's when we love and where we love music.
Yes.
Seeing my grandfather na kumukumpas ng combo. Then yung tatay ko, hindi na namin naabutan, pero sabi nila, part siya ng combo, and he would play clarinet.
That's amazing. Yes.
He would play the clarinet. So, tama ba? Clarinet ba yun? Tawag na clarinet.
clarinet.
Yeah, clarinet. Yun.
Oh my gosh.
So, nung time namin, yung sister ko would play yung lyre.
Okay.
Ako naman yung small snare drum.
Wow.
Then yung kapatid kong bunso, yung sumunod sa akin, yung bass drum.
Okay. just have a full little band with your family. Yes.
Tapos of course, wala naman kaming proper parang lesson sa music.
Mhm.
So we didn't know how to read
Notes.
music
Music
scores.
scores too, okay.
So, by ano lang yun, parang
Mhm.
kung ano lang yung naririnig namin, dun lang namin na parang dun lang kami sumusunod.
Yes.
So, yun.
Self-taught. No, you know, sorry to the internet generation, but before there was no like you can't just go on the internet and be like, okay, how to, how to. No,
Yeah.
pero I think it was such a different time back then, and even coming from Dumaguete, like access to music or a lot of things just wasn't there.
Mhm.
So I guess playing off that point, my next question would be, how did you start to make a way for yourself into this industry? Singing contests, of course, but
Mhm.
what was it like back then?
But you know what? Before that, I used to make a record for myself.
Oh, what?
Like, nasira ko pa nga ang uso nun yung ano yung merong dalawang tape, then may dalawang speakers.
Okay.
Bumili yung tita ko ng, anong tawag doon? Component.
Component.
Yes. Wala pang CD nun, ano pa lang, tapes pa lang.
Yeah.
So, my mom would buy me mga multiplex na tapes.
Yeah.
Tapos,
I love how supportive they are. Parang
I
I'm
know,
getting the
yeah,
feeling.
oo.
Okay, yeah.
Tapos, yung tatay ko din kasi, used to be an OFW
Uh-huh.
in Jeddah. So, kapag nagpapadala siya ng mga balikbayan boxes sa amin, hindi mawawala yung mga CDs and cassettes.
Wow.
And blank tapes. Yung blank tapes na yon, doon ko nire-record yung mga recordings ko na sinasabayan ko yung multiplex.
Wow.
So, nung time na yon, syempre mataas pa yung boses ko kasi I was only 8, 9 years old.
Mhm.
So, I would record songs by Whitney Houston, Virgin Velasquez,
Yes.
mga ganyan. Pero nung nag-puberty na nagbago na yung boses ko, I would record songs yung kay Basil, kay Kuya Martin, kay Ogie, kay Ariel Rivera. So, even when I was young, I know kung ano na yung genre ng music ko.
Wow.
I know talaga, alam na alam ko na solid, I will be a balladeer. I will be a pop balladeer. Alam ko na yung branding ko as a singer. Oo. Alam ko na, hindi na ako nalito.
Yes.
Hindi na ako nalito kasi growing up, yun talaga yun yung musical influences ko.
Yes.
So, going back, nung high school ako, magre-record ako ng music. Tapos, naaalala ko, ire-record ko yun sa component nung aunt ko.
Mm.
Then, yung finished product nun, ire-reproduce ko yun.
Wait, well, okay. Reproducing it to like...
I-reproduce ko yun, using the component. I-record ko yun one by one. Siguro, nakalimang tapes ako. Tapos uso pa nun yung studio, hindi ko alam kung naabutan mo yun.
Mhm.
Yung mga photo studio, pag high school ka, magpapakuha kayo din ng barkada.
Yeah.
Naalala
Yeah,
mo
no,
yun?
yeah. That's true. That's true.
So
Everyone here is nodding in agreement like you didn't. Okay.
Magpapakuha ko sa studio, then I will make that as the cover of my album. So, yung blank tape na yon with my voice,
Yep.
with the music na kinreate ko, lalagyan ko yun ng picture ko as the cover, then ibibigay ko yun sa mga close friends ko with my autograph.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, like, from such an early age, you knew what you wanted. You were manifesting it so hard, but not just manifesting it, you were making it happen. I'm going to be a recording artist. I know what genre I'm going to do. I'm going to make my own photo shoots. Like, this is like back in the day, you marketed yourself, you had it all together. You were doing it already. You knew.
I
You
think
knew.
hindi ko lang alam what manifesting is all about.
Yeah.
But I think sa mga ginagawa ko nun, na-manifest ko lahat ng gusto kong mangyari, yung dreams ko, what I wanted.
You wanted it.
And I just have to add, sobra kong curious nun, sa mga concert artists, bakit sa haba nung time nila na kumakanta sa stage, hindi sila pinapaos?
Okay.
So, tinry ko rin yun sa sarili ko. Kumanta ako ng mga 3 hours.
3 hours lang.
3 hours. Tapos, yung feeling ko, I also did my own spills. Then, isasara ko yung buong
May
lahat ng
spills
bintana sa bahay
Oh.
para ako lang yung nakakarinig. Feeling ko nagko-concert ako.
Yes.
So, yun yung mga ganong bagay na ginagawa ko. Hindi ko alam na ma-manifest ko na siya.
Yeah. Staging your own concerts, making it happen. That's amazing. Okay, so you're putting on your own home concerts. You're giving tapes of yourself to your friends with your pictures on it. You're recording yourself. How did this turn into the career you have today? When did you start to see it all take shape na, okay, you're starting to play shows, you're starting to get more opportunities? When did this happen?
Back when I was in college, kasi kahit high school and college, parang naging campus personality na ako because I would guest in all of the programs we had at school. So, both in high school and college.
Yep.
So, nung time na yon, syempre, lalo na nung college, ang dami nang nakakilala sa'yo because, yun nga, parang kilala ka nila as Eric Santos, the singer.
Mm-hmm.
So, walang program no na lumalampas without me singing for all of them. So, nung time na yon, may isang lumapit sa akin if I want to join the boy band.
Mm-hmm.
So, pinag-isipan ko yun. Nung time na yun talagang I was doing well in school, but at the same time, I wanted to pursue what I wanted, which
Yes.
is singing.
Mm-hmm.
So, nagpaalam ako dun sa father ko na if I could parang give it a chance. Kasi yung mga ganong opportunities, hindi mo alam kung kailan ulit dadating sa'yo eh. So, nung in-invite ako to audition for a boy band back in 2001 or 2002,
Okay.
natanggap ako kaagad.
Of course.
Natanggap ako kaagad as the lead vocalist.
Yes.
Pero, yung ano namin nun, producer namin nun, producer/manager, American siya. So, yung
really?
tunog,
Okay.
foreign
gets.
sounding talaga.
Yes.
Hindi ko alam kung anong nilagay nila sa boses namin, pero nung narinig namin yung product nung recording,
Yeah.
parang ako ba to? Parang meron silang in-incorporate o whatever na to make it sound foreign.
Okay.
So, nung time na yon, they made us stop sa school kasi parang sinasabi nila we had to focus on the recordings and the future shows and
Yeah.
everything. So, there were a lot of promises. Pero yung promises, ang dami ring hindi nangyari.
Yeah.
So, that time, I wanted to go back to school but parang sabi ko, masyado nang late. I was taking up dentistry that time. So, sabi ko, masyado nang late. Pag hindi ako naging successful dito, parang nahihiya akong bumalik sa school. Then siguro, the universe heard me. Parang yung mga prayers ko kay God. One of the auditionees nung boy band, nakita niya rin kasi ako na narinig niya ako kumanta. He was very close to Boy Abunda.
Okay.
Then sabi niya, I want to introduce you to Boy Abunda.
Yes.
Then one time, I had a meeting with Tito Boy, nag-dinner kami. Then, he wanted to hear my voice, my singing voice. Then walang proper venue for him to listen to me. So, inside his van, parang nag-audition ako. Going
I love it.
going to the restaurant.
Yes.
Ang usong kanta pa nun yung Because of You. Because of you, my life has changed.
Nagduet kami.
Yung pa yung pa yung uso nun. Tapos, naalala ko na si Tito Boy talagang nakikinig talaga siya sa akin. Sabi niya, Eric, after we eat, kailangan kitang marinig with a microphone and with an accompaniment.
Yes.
So we went to this stand-up comedy bar somewhere in Malate. Tapos pinakanta niya lang ako. Then I requested for the song I Believe I Can Fly.
Yes.
Kasi syempre I wanted to impress Tito Boy.
Of course, of course.
And that time, that song was, I think, was my greatest weapon in all of the auditions I did. So, nung narinig niya ako, wow. Parang, sige, parang sabi niya sa akin, let me think something na pwede kong gawin sa'yo. Tapos, siguro mga months din bago yung nakaraan. Sorry, ang haba ng kwento ko.
No, go.
Ang haba ng mga months na lumipas, wala akong na rin dinatawag kay Tito Boy.
Okay.
Then, here comes Star in a Million.
Yes.
Back in 2003.
Yes.
Christian Bautista was so popular
Yes.
because he was the Josh Groban of the Philippines. Parang, Josh Groban was the, like, siya yung,
He's it.
yeah,
The it
siya
guy.
yung the it singer during that time. Si Christian, parang siya yung influence niya, parang si Josh Groban. So, Christian Bautista was so popular because of Star in a Million. Then Tito Boy called me. Parang sabi niya, do you want to join Star in a Million?
Yes.
Sabi ko, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
You found me.
So, yeah, the rest is history.
Wow.
So, Tito Boy Abunda was my discoverer. And he was the first people who believed in me na I could make it in the industry.
And you know, I know we were talking about earlier where you were saying, you know, you're coming up on a 20th anniversary, but at the same time, you're telling me this is 6-7 years old in the making. High school, college, yeses, nos, broken promises, promises that went through. So much of your life has been dedicated to this. And now you're here so many years later, having conquered stages all around the Philippines, all around the world. And your music is in the heart of so many people around the world. How does it feel to still have such a important career this far in?
I just feel so grateful. And I always believe that I owe it to my fans, to all my
Yes.
supporters. Because if not for them, siguro wala na rin ako ngayon. I owe it to the people who believed in me, like my team, my family, of course, my supporters, and those people who have been supporting and loving my music all these years. Kasi kung di naman nila sinusuportahan yung music na palagi kong nire-release every now and then, hindi naman din ako makakapag-stay in the business ng ganito katagal. I will always be grateful to them kasi sila yung nagiging inspiration ko rin to do more music
Yes.
today and in the future, as long as gusto pa nila yung music ko na mapakinggan. Alam mo yun, parang given the platform of the music industry now, pabago-bago eh.
Always.
Like
Always.
ngayon, iba yung uso, iba yung uso na sound. And minsan, I ask myself, parang yung music ko ba, yung brand of music ko, yun pa rin ba yung gustong pakinggan ng mga tao? Minsan may mga ganun akong moment sa buhay ko. But I always end up thinking na as long as merong isang taong nakikinig ng music ko, merong isang taong na-inspire because of what I do and because of my music, I will continue what I love to do, which is singing and making music for everyone.
I respect that answer so much, and you know, there's a lot of time artists feel pressured to go with what's uso or what's now, but you and I both know that changes so fast, and it's just changing faster and faster all the time. And I think what I really love about the generation now is that they're very open to different niches. They're supportive of this thing. We just had a conversation with this group called Allison. They're bringing back Manila Sound and City Pop, and not many people are doing that. But they're sticking to it because they believe in it and they have fans that love them for it. And when you're telling me this, where it's like, of course, there always comes doubts anytime, especially when you do something for this long. But
And especially when you're getting old.
but that's the thing. I mean, we just had Ellie Buendia in here also, who just put out a new album, and most of us consider it his best work to date. I think as long as you have that fire inside you and you have that love for what you do, you have love for the people that also care about what you do, what else do you really need? You know? And I'm so happy to hear that you're still wanting to make music, you're still wanting to sing, and you're still there for no matter what. And even if there's one person listening, which we know that's not true, there's thousands and thousands and millions of people listening, but that is so respectful. And I think so many artists can take away from that, because how many artists go through that where they feel like, is there a place for me still? Should I continue this? Pero I think it's a misconception. I think as long as you have that fire in you and the love to do it, you should do it.
Yeah. And you know what? I can genuinely say that my parang life, yung life ko nag-revolve siya sa music eh. I can say that music is my life, stage is my home. Like, kahit anong mangyari sa buhay ko, napakarami kong napagdaanan, especially
Yes.
The last 2 years. I lost both my parents. I had a concert knowing na nawala na sila doon. But when I'm on stage, it gives me a sense of, yung sense ng meron pa ring pag-asa. Alam mo
Yes.
yon, as long as nakikita ko na I get to inspire a lot of people because of what I do, it gives me this kind of energy na kahit ano yung ginagawa ko at kahit ano yung pinagdadaanan ko, pwede ko yung kalimutan, pwede ko yung i-brush off for a time and just focus on this, kung ano yung ginagawa ko at the moment. Kasi ang dami-daming mga taong, not naman umaasa, pero ang dami-daming taong na-i-inspire because of my music, because of my songs. For an example, merong isa akong na-experience before. Natanggap ko yung message niya. Hindi ko lang maalala kung saang DM. Parang sabi niya, I have been so depressed. Parang wala ng kabuluhan yung buhay niya.
Yep.
Nung gagawin niya na yon, yung the act, when he heard my song, specifically the song Pagbigyang Muli,
Yep.
tinigil niya. Then, she just cried. Then, nagdasal na lang siya. Then, pinasalamatan niya daw ako na if not for that song, siguro wala na siya. So, yung impact na yon sa akin, na parang kumbaga, I found my purpose because of those kinds of stories. Na parang yung pagkanta pala, hindi lang just because you love to sing. Yung pagkanta pala is not because you want to release an album, to release a single. It's more than that.
It is.
It's more than that. Na parang pwede ka palang magbago ng buhay ng ibang tao. Pwede mo palang baguhin yung buhay mo, yung sitwasyon na kung nasaan ka because of music.
Yep.
And because of that, sa dami rin ng mga personal kong struggles, parang I found my new purpose. So, ang dami, parang tuloy, mas nabuhayan pa ako, nabigyan ako ng second life sa music. in a way na parang, wow, parang ito yung gusto kong mangyari. Yung to serve my purpose, na binigay sa akin to ng Panginoon itong talento na ito. So gamitin ko ito sa mas malaking purpose, sa mas
Yeah.
malaking rason. So binibigyan pala tayo ng Panginoon ng gift. Lahat naman tayo may kanya-kanyang unique na blessing sa kanya, di ba?
True.
Like me,
Very true.
I'm a singer. Ang daming, iba-iba tayo ng gift. Pero yung gift pala na yon, may mas malaking purpose, may mas malaking dahilan. And I think I just found mine.
You know, the power of music is something that I think so many people, it's universal. So many people can attest to it. And I don't believe that you're just a singer, because the way you're interpreting these songs, the feelings that are coming out of you, the emotion that is coming out of you, it's captured,
Mhm.
it's shown on stage, and those emotions of not giving up, perseverance, love, all these beautiful things are going inside the people that listen. When you're telling me someone wants to give up in whatever way that is, when they feel that energy from you and they feel that, it can really change your life forever.
Mhm.
I respect it.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
I guess to segue into this next portion would be congratulations on 20 years. You're coming up on it.
Thank you.
You are going to be releasing a double vinyl of your greatest hits across
Yes.
all these time and songs that have changed lives, like we've just talked about. Can you tell us a little bit about this project and what your fans and the people that have watched you or listened to you for years can expect from this?
Actually, I, together with my music label,
Mhm.
which is Star Music, we've been wanting to release a live album even before. Kaya lang feeling ko, emotionally and parang vocally, parang feeling ko hindi ako prepared.
Mhm.
Kasi, as people know me, masyado akong OC.
Okay.
Minsan gusto ko parang ang dumi nito. Parang, ayoko nito, hindi ko nagawa yung gusto ko.
Mhm.
Pero kasi pag live, spontaneous yan eh.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes.
And di mo siya pwedeng i-cure kasi pag kinure mo yung live recording, parang di ba? What's the purpose of having a live album if
Mhm.
i-record mo rin half of it? Parang no.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Di ba?
Yeah,
Parang
yeah.
di mag-studio ka na lang.
Oo.
Pero kasi nung time na yon, the event when I celebrated my 20th year in the business. Personally, madilim ako noon as a person. Madilim in a sense that yun nga, tulad ng nasabi ko kanina, I lost both of my parents, 8 months apart. Then hindi ko alam kung itutuloy ko pa ba yung concert because mentally, emotionally,
Yeah.
hindi talaga ako okay. But going back, siguro parang kung tatanungin ko sila, mas gugustuhin nila na ituloy ko yung concert. So I pushed through with the concert, even though my heart was really broken. Then I used that brokenness, yung pagka-dilim ng utak ko, yung pagiging heartbroken ko, siguro yun na lang yung ginamit ko as a motivation para magawa ko yung concert na yun.
Wow.
That's why that concert was really, really special to me na talagang sabi ko sa Star Music, since it's my 20th anniversary in the business, gusto ko siyang ilagay sa isang album na mai-immortalize yung mga songs ko and
Yes.
yung performance ko on that night.
Yes.
So, Star Music, ABS-CBN Music, and Cornerstone Entertainment made it possible.
Wow.
In-air nila yon sa I Want TFC. In-air nila yon yung performance na yon. And this time, we'll be releasing a double vinyl album of the whole concert.
Wow.
So, ang ganda kasi yung memories ng concert na yon, alam ko siguro 10 years, 20 or even 30 years from now, when I look back, this album, parang dito ko lahat binuhos nung angst ko sa buhay, lahat ng struggles ko, lahat ng nararamdaman ko. In one night, dito ko lahat nabuhos lahat yon. So,
Wow.
this album, this vinyl album would be a testament and at the same time would be the summary of what I've gone through for the past 2-3 years of my life. Kasi kung meron man akong pinaka-lowest season ng buhay ko, ito yun eh. And na-summarize yun into one vinyl album.
Wow.
So, this album is very special to me and I think magiging extra special siya because maririnig siya ng lahat ng mga taong sumuporta sa akin when I was just starting out in the business. And sa lahat ng mga nagmahal and patuloy na nagmamahal sa music ko, I'm just so excited for them to hear the full album.
I'm super excited now.
Sabi ko nga when we were listening, parang sabi ko, parang medyo sharp ako dito, parang kasi live, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang medyo, sabi niya, no, it's okay. Parang sabi ni Jonathan, it's okay. Iyon yung emotion mo dun eh. Iyon yung emotion mo that night. So, hindi natin yan babaguhin.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Yeah, ang sarap lang na mai-immortalize yung kanta mo through this album, through this vinyl album. So, I'm just so excited.
We are all excited. I love the energy, the emotion, and being able to, I guess, return to a lot of your songs, but with new meaning, new purpose.
Yes, new meaning. Tama.
Exactly. And it won't end here. This is just another milestone on the way to your next milestone. I know there are people that are excited for this vinyl. They're excited for more music from you. They're excited for more concerts from you. We're excited for new music. I know you're going to be on Soundwave as well. We're excited for that.
I'm excited.
And don't stop. There are so many people that love you. There's so many people that need your music and resonate with it. And you always have Billboard support. Thank you for being here today with us, Mr. Eric Santos. Thank you.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Billboard, for your love, for your support, not only to me, but to the whole OPM industry. Like, grabe yung impact nyo. You make OPM more relevant. You make OPM artists feel that we are important. And
You are important.
napakasarap nun sa pakiramdam na merong isang establishment, na may mga taong naniniwala na ang OPM ay nandiyan pa rin. Kasi before may time na parang OPM is dead, OPM is like that.
Remember that?
No, never ako naniwala doon.
It's never
Never
been
ako
dead.
naniwala doon. As long as there are artists, composers, songwriters, arrangers na nagta-thrive and ginagawa yung magagawa nila to make OPM alive. As
Exactly.
long as there are people who believe in OPM, OPM will always be alive and thriving and kicking.
Yes. You heard it from the man himself.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here today on Billboard Philippines Volumes. Follow us on all our socials. This has been us with Mr. Eric Santos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Billboard Philippines.